Hi, Elle Ingalls here at pressure-free.com. And today is episode 84, I think, of Living Pressure-Free with Elle. I am the creator of the Pressure-Free Method, if you don't know that yet. It's a magical method that reduces stress, anxiety, overwhelm easily and effectively. Lately, I've had so many clients texting into me saying, "Oh my goodness, I love this lifestyle." Just so many incredible things are happening in my clients' lives. And today, my focus with you is to talk about what's really possible for you. Do you limit yourself? I know I've limited myself in so many ways over the years and felt that things weren't possible. Behind me here is my music stand, and I'm preparing some music for our son's wedding. Yes, as the mother of the groom, I've decided I'm going to play at the wedding. Play the processional, play the music ahead of time, and play the recessional because my son and his future bride want me to. So that's a gift that I have. Hopefully I don't cry too hard as she's walking down the aisle. But I will have two wonderful friends to support me, musicians I've played with over the years, over the past 30 years. So that will be lovely also. But I actually went into this idea of it's possible. I can be the mother of the groom and also play my violin like I have for so many other weddings. Why can't I play for my own son's wedding? I can. So it's possible. We don't need to limit ourselves. Today, our youngest son, has wanted to throw a 5K, a race. And he runs the New York City Marathon. This is his second year doing it, and raises money for the Van Andel Institute. And so he completely organized this race by himself. He had an incredible lineup of everything we needed to do. He assigned roles. And today we went out as a family and we threw the first Ingalls Pictures 5K, raising money for cancer and Parkinson's. And it was fun. Incredible how he's working on his research project for his senior thesis. He's doing all this other stuff, and then he creates a race and runs the whole thing. And he ran in a race the night before too. What is possible? So many times we will go into a pattern in our brain where we don't think something is possible. We'll shut that down. And I really encourage you to notice that moment. Notice the moment when you're starting to say, well, I just can't really do that, or I'm just not really good enough, or this can't happen for me. You start to lose the dream, lose the thought that something really could happen to you. So notice that moment and see if you can say, well, in the past, I wasn't able to do this, but you know what? Now I'm open to the possibility that I might be able to do this. I'm actually writing a piece of music for this wedding as well. I don't really think of myself as a composer. Why not? Right? Why not? So much is possible when you get out of your own way and stop those little tiny voices in your head. So let's talk about those voices for a moment. If you really take a look at the voices going on in your head, they tend to use two different pronouns. Sometimes they use the pronoun I. I need to do this. I'm going to work on this project today. I'm going to practice my violin today. They use the I pronoun. Sometimes they use command form you. Don't forget, you need to go pick up your son. Don't forget, you need to stop at the store. This commanding kind of voice. And notice it's using a pronoun you. Our really critical voice, our kind of insidious critical voice, I'm not talking about constructive criticism, but the insidious negative critical voice usually uses the pronoun you. If you listen carefully, you'll hear yourself say to yourself, wow, you just are never going to be good enough here. You can't really play that well enough. You're going to bomb that race. It's using the pronoun you. So if you can back off a little bit, like step back, just listen for a moment. Notice that moment when the voice starts to go negative and tight. Your body, your shoulders might go up, your jaw might tense, your brow might furrow, right? You might get into this really tense posture. So notice that moment, and the moment you do, go wide. The moment you do, relax your abs. This has been the number one tool I have taught my clients since day one of Pressure Free, relaxing your abs. and then let your brain flip the switch. Ask yourself, if there's something you really want to have happen, something you really want to do, ask yourself, how can I? What can I? How can I make this happen? How can I create this project? How can I have a beautiful relationship? If you start asking those kinds of questions, your amazing brain is going to start to find answers. Most of us ask the wrong questions. Why am I so stupid? If I ask that question myself, I'm going to find all kinds of answers. Why can't I play this piece of music? I'll get all those answers too. You know, you could take any piece of music and break it down and over time be able to play it. I've played some magnificent pieces in my lifetime. I've studied some magnificent pieces in my lifetime, small piece by piece. So what's possible for you? What do you really want to have happen? Where are you limiting yourself that you knew if you could just break through that just a little bit? By the way, I'm a firm believer that you should not go outside your comfort zone. Everybody says, oh, you've got to go outside of your comfort zone. Do it afraid. I am not a fan of that. Number one, if you keep going outside your comfort zone and triggering the stress response, you feel the butterflies in your stomach, you feel your heart going up, you're actually hurting yourself. So I'm not a fan of that. Here's what I'm a fan of. Stretching yourself, asking the right questions in your brain, relaxing your body to move right through that comfort zone very elegantly. Not in fight or flight. Fight or flight doesn't help in any situation. It really doesn't. You may think that it's great to have this adrenaline rush, but it really isn't. It's damaging to your brain and to your body. That's why we have so much chronic disease in this country and all over the world now. I'm just going to stand for that so strongly. Don't get out of your comfort zone. Get yourself in a state where it's comfortable to be there. It's comfortable to be on stage. That's what I help people do. So it makes things possible that felt impossible before. It helps you go and break through limits without hurting yourself, without hurting brain cells. You know, it's really funny. One of my highest beliefs is brain health, which is why I'm now a brain health certified coach. Brain health has been so important to me from the time I was really tiny. And because of that, allowing the brain to be super healthy, which is what pressure-free does, you'll feel so many of those limiting beliefs just dissipate. That's why clients will say to me, I love this lifestyle. I remember one of my student clients, he was 17 at the time. He came into a session with me and he goes, Mrs. Ingalls, I feel limitless without the pill. Like, you don't need a pill to feel better. Not really, not when you can break the stress cycle. It's the stress cycle that keeps us in misery. It's the stress cycle that makes it feel impossible to get things done. It's the stress cycle that really prevents so much great opportunity from happening in our life. So I hope this is helpful. If you want to break that stress cycle, just private message me. Or go to speakwithelle.com. Speakwithelle.com is my calendar. You can book a call with me. There's a lot going on right now. A lot of people booking in. So just take a look and see what works for you. If you really need a time, don't see it on my calendar. Private message me. I can often open up things because I block out time in order to write and to create content. I'm working on my second book right now. So I'm totally happy to have a conversation with you because that is my main mission, to help people break this stress cycle so that they're not living in misery. They're not feeling that this thing that they want to do in life isn't possible. So much is possible when you break through. And I'm here to help you do that. So have a great pressure-free day or pressure-free evening, wherever you are in the world. Bye.